Alright, good afternoon. Hello, my friends. How's it going? Blood Trail, hello. Mr. Mike, hello. Oatster, yo. Ru MC, hola. ODM, what's up? Blood Easy, hello, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Thanks for streaming at a decent time for EU standards. Yes, today is EU friendly stream. Rare, but it is the weekend, so I get the luxury to do that. Harry Smallwood, hello, how's it going? Nice sweater, lovely color, thanks. It's the one by Miss Emily Ayoung. I think Lube carried it for a while, but yeah. Pretty nice. Alright, so today we are building the Seal full-size keyboard by Xingzhi and Qin. This is a co-production by Vertex. So let's check it out. Let's see what it's about. The box is huge, as you can see over here. I got my switches ready. Some good old MX clears, as was requested through the polls that I did on my server. If you didn't catch that, it's on my Discord server. I do it in the announcements channel. And I ping a role called polls, and I ask them what switches they want to see for some builds. And so that's what we got for today. Let's unbox this. So it's a huge box, as you can see. Designed here, co-produced, as I mentioned. Seal says, and then it says at the top. And it's kind of like the way they did this logo is sort of like similar to like the Chinese character like seals, like the family seals. So pretty cool. Alright, on this side it just says Sensi, which maybe that's the name of the brand that they want to use. And then on the back it says Juan, and then signature, and whoop, what the? Oh, it's acting up. Hold up. I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on. Let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna readjust this. It's okay. It's, all right, that should be good. Sorry about that. My camera has been acting up a little weird these days. It's getting darker and darker, like my life. Oh no. Funky, hello. Yeah, my camera. So it's like it's this weird bug, kind of glitch, I guess. It's like so I usually use a memory recall feature on like the camera, and like I set the settings for the memory recall, but then for some reason it like glitches, and it will like sort of like it'll sort of like glitch into the memory recall menu again, which means that the output gets like reset for whatever reason. I don't know. It's been happening recently, but I think it's a known issue. So maybe it's just dating itself now, the software, or maybe it's a hardware issue. Okay, so open the box and you find yourself with a keyboard bag. That's pretty much as simple as it gets. The keyboard bag has everything in it. So get the case. Inside is just foam. Do you want a new camera? I mean, no, I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I can just set it on manual and do what I did just now. Alright, so there's our keyboard bag. This seal is sort of like stuck on. And then we have the handle again on the odd side. I don't know why they put the handle here, but and then we got the little zipper tags with the Vertex logo. Why you still here? Didn't I tell you my GPA more than your whole life? Hello, Mr. Mason. Alright, so let's open it up. On the inner pocket, we got our PCB, solderable. I'm not sure what it says, but I think it's hardware. We got some sort of, I think these are diffusers. And then we got an ESD pad, some ribbon cables, non-conductive pad and ribbon cables to connect this. Morning or afternoon? Oh yeah, both. All right, let's see what color we got. Oh, okay, so looks like we got, is this blue? It looks blue to me. Blue with a silver aluminum plate. It's wind keyless and has a patina type of badge on it. I think Alex got a red plate. Looks like blurple. It's definitely blue. If the camera looks weird, I can adjust it a little. But it's definitely a blue. It's definitely not purple. If it looks purple, maybe the camera is leaning a little too red right now. Pretty nice color. Let's put it down for a sec. %, looks blue. Okay, cool. It's good. Don't want to mess up too much with the camera colors, you know. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the board. So what kind of silver is the plate? A nice lighter silver. Not too matte, not too glossy. So we got wing keyless. It's a standard full size. So this is going to be, you know, 84 here, and then you got the numpad. So it's about 104, 101 to 104 keys. And we got 3 LED indicators here that are going to be on the PCB. And then we got a little badge that says seal. Again, kind of similar to that like Chinese family crest type of seal. So like that. And this one has the little like patina oxidation on it. And so looks pretty nice. And so we have a rather simple top mount style board. So we have a very flat bottom over here and a small ledge. And the ledge itself has a let me just double check that the focus here is working. Okay. Is it? What the? Is it on autofocus or nah? Okay, there. There. Okay, it's just not focusing, that's all. So we got a flat bottom here and a slight curvature here, kind of going to the top. Got a little chamfer at the top here. And then it's sort of like that at the bottom. And we also have this sort of like patina type of weight with a badge again in kind of like a reverse color on the bottom, I guess bottom right of the board. And the USB port itself is on the back like that. It's a very nice looking design actually. Has curves in just the right places, I think. but still retains a lot of that kind of like more classic and more kind of like classic and more just like simple ledge type of look here. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 screws here attaching the top and bottom cases. It's like a seamless type of board where the top piece kind of covers the whole side, and so just kind of envelops the side, and the bottom, you know, just have the fasteners over there. And so that's the look of the board. So pretty nice. We got just standard 3M type of bump-ons here. That bottom way reminds me of the Constants. Oh, normally it depends on the orientation. Yes, depending on the orientation. So let me know if the music is too loud or anything like that. Oh, maybe put it down a little bit. Okay, so let's open up the case. Because we need to get the plate. This board is so hot, it's pretty nice. I think if you are in the market for a full size, this is really good. I think the current product page is down. I linked the geek hack on the build command, but I think the product page is currently just not up because I think they're just revising it for once it goes live. But I did look at it before it was down, and I believe their price point is around $375 US for the base. For the base kind of like kit price, which I think for a full size is more than fair. It's full size keyboards are pretty large and definitely won't be cheap with such a large amount of material, but pretty competitive pricing in my opinion. And so yeah, if you're a fan of like kind of more classic type of top mount, simpler looking board with like this massive weight, this is certainly gonna be up your alley. I know that they also ran the Click Clack, I think. Was it Click Clack? Yeah, that ran the Cosmos collab version as well, right? I'm sure the price point should be fairly close to that one too. Is it not like 460 with brass weight though? Yeah, that might be right. I actually don't know. I didn't look at the full configuration, so I only am talking out of memory here. The product page is currently down, and so I can't really look at the options, but you might be right. I imagine upgrading your options will definitely cost you, you know, between $50 and $100, right? So 460 with brass weight, I mean, I think still it's fair. I think even sub up 500, it's pretty fair for the amount of material that goes into this. Listed for $430 with standard config. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. All right, so as I said, it's standard top mount, and so they kind of work it like that. They have these little kind of like polycarb pieces attached to near the mounting points, which is kind of interesting. Apparently, sort of helps kind of like lock the plate in place and a little bit with the sound, but overall, mounting points wise, it looks like we have a split main portion and a nav cluster / numpad portion. So as you can see, we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mounting posts on the sort of like 70% portion of the board, and then the other 30% of the board, we got 4 mounting posts kind of like right across from each other. Layout wise, it looks like it supports step caps lock, split backspace, ISO, and ANSI, as well as full and split right shifts. We got 625 and 7U bottom rows, and on the numpad side, it's completely fixed. to a standard numpad configuration, and of course just a nav cluster is the usual. So we got two kind of like split plates, and you can also see that in the PCB over here you also have two separate sort of PCBs going for it, where you can just link it using a ribbon cable. What was for lunch? We made some soup with kabocha, squash. Scroll desk. Oh, thanks. Thank you. And so we got a little inner, I think it's copper. Little inner brass or copper, but I think it's copper. A little copper accent with the signatures and the logo. We got our daughter board sort of sticking out like that. Daughter board cable rather, just kind of lined through the weight and then going into the center of the board. We got 8 little bolts here attaching the big weight onto the board. So we got some alignment tabs over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alignment tabs. We got a few little small cavities for the stabilizer positions, so that you have proper room for it. And also I do notice here there is a little bit of a ledge as well here, sort of like they're trying to minimize the amount of front height that you get, and so they sort of did it like this. And so it's not just a complete straight line down the slope. You get a little ledge over here, and they have the appropriate openings here for the stabilizer positions, and that's just to sort of minimize a bit of the front height while still retaining a nice kind of like typing angle. So pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay, so let's just put this to the side for a second. Can we go with 7U bottom row split backspace and split it right? No way. It's a full size. What's the need to do all that? What's the point of separate PCBs in this instance? To be honest with you, I personally can't verify whether or not it affects the sound or feel significantly. But maybe if like I were a designer, yeah, I guess maybe they tested it together and already separate. So maybe for them, this is what they found to be a little bit better. But it's hard to say. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna guess maybe it also has to do with the kind of like freedom to do these mounting positions the way they do it here, because so from what I can see, right, the distance between these mounting posts are the same, but the distance between this mounting post and this one is obviously much shorter, right? So they're kind of like doing even amount of space between these two and then even amount of space between these. So by splitting it kind of gives you that separation and that basically another degree of freedom to work with. So maybe it's to kind of determine the top mount positions in a different way, where you would be constrained differently if this were all together as a singular plate. So that's one kind of like, you know, hypothesis that I could say or provide. Yeah. But separate PCB just for that? Well, I mean, it's not that much work if all it takes is a singular cable though, right? I mean, assuming they have the power to do it, why not, right? I would do 1 plate, 1 PCB. I think a lot of people would do that. I probably would have done the same, 1 plate, 1 PCB. Why bother with 2? But you know, if they have the manpower to do it, so to speak, and the resources, I guess why not? If compensator can be one PCB, all boards should be. Fair argument. The compensator is indeed one PCB. If one piece of PCB breaks, the other one keeps working, right? Well, so in this case, the controller is on this side. So if this side breaks, then this side won't work. But if this side breaks, this side will keep working. Like, whatever the communication comes from here won't really go anywhere. Well, I mean, assuming that something breaks here and you're not communicating anymore. But, you know, the controller's on this side, as you can see. What's going on with these mounting points? So I believe the IC on the Keycap explains a little bit further about this, but so if you like kind of go and look at they add a polycarb. They call it a cushion, but it's kind of like a little piece of polycarb for the screw, between the screw and the case, to absorb quiver, which I assume is just like shaking or vibration when typing. So actually, let's undo the plate first, and let's kind of like look at the little inserts directly. We can take a couple out and see what it actually looks like under the plate. So let's see. Let's take a, maybe I'll take off this one. So what's nice about the design of the board so far that I'm noticing is, first of all, it uses the same screw for everything. The same screw size. So I'm using the same screwdriver for all of these little pieces. So I'm gonna just go ahead and show you what this looks like. So on the left over here, we have polycarb installed. So polycarb installed looks like that. So it's literally like just to let the plate sit on it. And then we on the right here in the middle, we don't have the polycarb installed, and it's just sort of like placed like that, kind of like a little top mount piece. And then, you know, if you want to actually see the little piece, it's as simple as, it's just a simple machine piece of polycarbonate. So come on, focus. Okay. So it looks like that, right? So it just cushions the piece. So you know, it's just two screws that go in like this. Yeah, it literally sits between the plate and the top piece. So it just kind of sits like that. So the plate actually sits on this thing. It doesn't actually make direct the plate is not making direct contact with the top piece. It's actually making contact with the polycarbonate here. And the polycarbonate is the thing that's actually making contact with the top piece. So it's like top mount with an extra piece of plastic in between. Christ. Typing only, no reading. Fair. Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay. So kind of sits on the polycarb pieces. So we got two plates, and then if you want to take a close look at the accent piece, it's just fastened with two small screws, and then we got our LED diffuser area, which I assume these little LED diffuser thingies go in. The PCB actually has SMD LEDs already installed, so no need to do any additional installation of LEDs. So that's pretty neat. They have it for all the lock indicators, as well as the area for the badge. Actually, you can take out the badge and this can be an extra key as well. Because if you look at the plate as well as the PCB, it actually supports an extra key. So you can actually take out the badge and just leave it as a key. Are you going to substitute the badge for an artisan? I actually think I'm gonna leave the badge on because it looks nice. I actually kind of look the full size with this part kind of like just covered. I think it's kind of nice. Just a little bit more characteristic of the full size that's neat and without cluttering it with extra keys. Just taking a look. Anything else of note? I mean, the machining is pretty nice. It's very clean. It's kind of interesting. These parts are kind of carved out like that for whatever reason. Maybe easier with tooling, I'm not sure. Maybe this part is easier to work with when you do this, but I do notice little carve outs here for the machine. Like kind of like just like cut through that, and then as well as here. And then you sort of notice a little bit of that for the blockers as well. It's pretty neat. And we got a little bit of a ledge here as well for the spacebar area, which is interesting. Okay, so let's take out the PCB now and check it out. So PCB is a nice yellow solder mask. We got our support beam still installed. And so as you can see, it is a PCB that supports both ALPS and MX. Obviously the plate does not support ALPS. The plate, I assume they might provide plate files later on. But it does support step caps lock, ISO and ANSI 7U and 625U. You got split right shift as well as split backspace support. And then we got just regular numpad. It's fixed, completely fixed, so no splitting minus or plus here. And then you got the extra key over here if you want, or otherwise just going to be covered by the badge itself. Nice little detail with the seal logo on here as well. And as you can see, the controller is here on the back side and connects with cables. There's a ribbon cable that connects these two areas, and then there's a JST that connects directly to the daughter board. And then we got a little, actually right underneath the area where the seal logo is, we actually have a little bank of diodes, just as extra components. So these are just extra components just sitting there. In case you lose a diode or something like that, you have a few extra diodes, a little bank of diodes over here. You can identify them by looking at the little etching that's on it. It says T4 and has a line indicating the cathode side of the diode. But yeah, a little bank of 6 diodes in case you lose or lose one or take one out using your soldering iron or welding it out of the bag or anything like that. So pretty nice. Does it support reactive light ups or scroll lock? I have no idea. I have no idea. Not very sure about that yet. Alright, so let's get rid of the support beams. Okay. What's the PCB material? This looks like FR4 to me. Okay, so that's how we're gonna be building our board. And let's get some stabilizers. Have you ever updated any one of your board's debounce algorithm? No, I haven't had to. I haven't had issues with debouncing. So no, I haven't. But then again, I don't game that much, so I don't really have strong need to. I've been playing Overwatch Classic with my partner lately. It's pretty fun to play it after so long. Alright, so we got left shift, spacebar, right shift, enter, and backspace. Oh wait, and of course the 3 from the numpad area. So I got 2, 4, 6, and then we need 10 more. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dude, you got the MFC X Sodi crab? Oh yeah, yeah, over here. It's a pretty cute one. Little crabby boy. It's a very cute one. Crescent cap and the crab. Overwatch Classic, who do you play? I typically play, I don't play DPS. I play tanks or healers typically. So or it's actually sometimes I play like utility characters too, like Junkrat, Roadhog. I play Reinhardt, Diva, Zenyatta, and Lucio typically for healing. Only chat people play tank and healer. I'm not good at the game, so you don't need to inflate my ego because I'm a dirty quick player only anyway. I've always been just quick play anyway. Never really play competitive because I suck. Diego's lying he's top 500. You can talk to Mr. Ono, Marcia, Apiary's partner. Ono, he is good at Overwatch. Wasn't he like Grandmaster level? I used to play Overwatch like a lot every single day, but stopped completely when it became the same game too. That's fair. I played it when it came out, and then for like about a year, and then I just got really busy with stuff. I also got just soured out of the game at one point, and also stopped playing. I never played Overwatch 2 actually, because at that point I was already kind of over the game. So I never really bothered to go back into it. But when they announced that they were gonna do the classic thing, and you know, my partner and I have like very nostalgic kind of like rose-colored glasses about Overwatch 1, and so we were like, oh, why not? And so kind of installed it recently just for fun. So. You didn't like goats? Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us have very rose-colored glasses and a lot of nostalgia for the Overwatch, like lore and like, you know, there was like PvE and there were like all these fun modes, arcade in general, and mystery heroes and, you know, all that good stuff. Overwatch was the first game that I actually spent real money on to, like, you know, just buy skins. Back when it first back when I first came out. This was like also like it coincided around the time when I had just started working, so it was very exciting. But yeah, that passed really quickly, and I stopped playing like in 2017, and really didn't touch it again for a long time. Do you usually rotate all your keyboards, or do you have some kind of keyboard retirement house graveyard? The way I rotate my keyboards is I have a list of my keyboards, and they're just numbered. And they have little check boxes on the side, and then I run the RNG, and the RNG falls on the number, and if the checkbox isn't checked, it means I haven't used it recently. So if I feel like using it, then I just grab that and I bring it to the desk, and then I click the checkbox on as if, you know, because I've used it, and then I do the same. I just kind of RNG what I kind of want to use, and if I feel like using it, like just because it falls on that number doesn't mean I like will use it, but just if I feel like using it, I just use it. But I don't like swap regularly in the sense that like I don't have a schedule. It's just like I feel like swapping, okay, then swap. Because I do build for other people, I swap more regularly than not, because when I build other people's boards, I get to keep it for a little bit, right? Like a few days, maybe like to take photos or just to tweak a few things, right? Whatever they might be requesting. Some people request programming stuff. Some people request like you know, some are like repairs or something like that. And so I get to keep it around for a bit, for like, you know, max like 2-3 more days. And so in those 2-3 more days, I get to use that board for a bit, because I also need to like kind of test it, right? Like make sure that everything's working, no issues with the PCB, no issues with programming, no issues with the switches themselves, because some switches like sometimes like they like to fail a little bit. And so I kind of like keep it around for a little bit, right? Just use that. And then so every time I kind of rotate with another person's board, essentially, or like a prototype, for example, I also get to rotate through my own stuff as well. And so, you know, I get to rotate through my stuff more often than I initially like normally would. I typically will be using the same board for like a week or two, sometimes even longer. Like when I was working on my thesis, I think I was typing on the same board for like over like, you know, a month or two or something like that. So, you know, it just kind of depends on my mood. So yeah, and you know, when there's a lot of other people's boards like coming in and out, right, of like the workspace, I get to rotate through boards fairly frequently, because it forces me to plug in like, you know, plug in and plug out like new keyboards, and so it kind of forces me to actually try, like, you know, rotate through boards, and so that's kind of why. RNG keyboard sounds like an awesome system. I mean, it's because I don't like the idea of having to make a choice specifically, and so I just kind of deal with that, you know? Just kind of go with it. Okay, let's I guess let's lube our stabs first, right? Do you wish you had a matching board for every key set? Not really, no. Kind of, but no. It's a lot of sets that I might like, and that means a lot of boards to match them with. It's a lot of work. And that'll be too many boards, so yeah, I kind of like, I like the idea of it, but yeah, no. Why not use two boards like a split keyboard so you rotate them through faster? That's true. I could totally do that, right? But that, what's the point? I don't get to enjoy them both then. I get to like actually dislike using both by doing so. All right, let's just loop the inserts. I use less than half my keycaps. Feels bad. It does feel bad to use, to not use caps. That's true though. Yeah, it does feels like it does feel like a waste to not have to not get to use them all the time. Like not mount them even. I guess it's more specifically because you certainly are not going to be using more than one board at a time, right? So you at least you'll mount them, but then you won't always be using them. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah. Oops. All right. SG halftime. You can list GMK Cafe for 820 US. Oh my god, so funny. When I saw that post, I was like, huh? Does that even make sense? No, it doesn't, but that's why it's funny. RNG system for keycaps? No, for keycaps I do like matching stuff to some extent, like, you know, like, or like it doesn't have to be a color match per se, but like maybe like a vibe match, like, you know, like you can put like beige on several different colors, right? Because it's a very neutral color against other boards. But like, you know, you just kind of feel like doing that, then yeah, just go with that. But no, RNG not quite. Like if the keycaps are already mounted on, that's great. And it's a fit that works. I was offered 300 euro for my OG German WAP yesterday. That's pretty funny. Really? Isn't German isn't German like cherry stuff much more widely available than everything else? I'm actually pretty surprised. What keyboard colors do you think match better with more key sets? Keyboard colors? Probably gray is the easiest one. Neutral colors in general, silver, gray, black. But I would say gray and silver are probably more versatile. Like any of the, yeah, I think like the gray scale in general is gonna be better. Much more versatile. Also, not very vibrant colors. Like if you're going for blue, a royal, like a, you know, like a lighter blue or like a royal blue is not gonna work as well as like, let's say, like a navy or a darker blue. One German WAB sold last year for 210 on eBay. Oh wow. Guess they do sell for quite a bit, huh? Did it have switches with it, or was it just like a G81? Also, hi Possum, how are you? That's still cheaper than OG ANSI WAB TVH. I mean, that's because ANSI, there's more ANSI adopters than German ISO. Also have some OG ANSI WAB from 11800. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, didn't clip this one. Yeah, those 11800s come with random things sometimes. Third-party stuff, etc. Use it with Black Modi and CRGMK spacebar fixed. Nice. Yeah. I'm gonna cry. I misplaced my Cug Cosmos caps. How do you misplace it? Don't you keep them all in the same place? Where are you moving it for? Or do you already put it on the board? I'm sure you'll find it again soon. Maybe it's probably with a, like, what if you maybe put it in the bag with other keycaps? Do you have it on the board already? If so, why don't you check wherever you put the keycaps for that board if you recently replaced the caps? I'm good. How about you? I'm doing alright. Just chilling for a Saturday. Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhere. Maybe you just dropped it on the floor or something like that while cleaning. If you're one of those, like, clean my desk often people. So not me. Think the Legends and OG WAB leans more CP than WS1? Yeah, it's always been CP. Do you guys actually think it was WS1? isn't this well known? It's always been CP for white. WS1 is GMK color. Yeah. It's always been CP. OG white is always CP. OG white on anything cherry is CP. So you're thinking about Dolce also has CP legends. OG Wob has CP legends. The strange some of the stuff that comes with well, so technically I think Hellgrau is not CP, I think. Actually, maybe it is. I actually don't remember. I don't have like a set of non-yellowed Hellgrau caps to tell, but I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a little bit different, yeah. If I recall correctly, it is different though. Then why not make it not that now? Because the first WOB set that popped up in the West, outside of OG Cherry, so made in GMK, was GMK Originative. And GMK Originative used WS1. That's why. GMK Originative was the first WOB made by GMK. And it was made in a whiter than OG Cherry white. And so that stuck. So every single WOB set was to match GMK Originative, not to match OG Cherry. Yeah, and Black Snail is basically like beige colors. And gray, dark gray. So is there any correct WOB out there? There's no correct or incorrect, really. It's just they're just different renditions of it, basically. They're all fine. They're all WOB. They're all technically white on black. There's no wrong with Originative or Drops WOB or OG Cherry WOB. You just gotta use what you have. Not to mention a lot of the OG Cherry stuff is gonna be yellowed. It's very common. So it's going to be yellower than the original white that it actually came with. Due to, you know, sunlight, UV exposure, or just yellowing by itself over time. Was Ultratech Minicom WOB made by Cherry or GMK? I think it's... I'm actually not sure. I think an easy way to tell would be to know what year they were made. Because Cherry certainly stopped making ABS double shot caps after a certain year. Suzu, hola. How are you? I'm doing well. I think they stopped in 2011. So Minicom, I think, is older than that because it's using it's supposed to be like text to speech, or sorry, speech to text technically, right? Technology, and those specific devices kind of like stopped being a thing way earlier. Decent bit earlier, at least. So I think Minicom is Cherry. Yeah, it's hard to say because with WOB, yeah, I mean, I imagine these pigment formulations are different. It could be a little bit different. Like some might be more, like some might look more white, some might not. I think it's like you can tell the difference side by side, but when it's on its own, it's a little harder to tell. So it's, I mean, as I said, WOB is WOB, and you should use what you have the best way you can, and that's fine. You know, I've mixed CP, supposedly CP, WOB, and not, and it's honestly been fine. Like I've combined GMK modifiers with WS1 with stuff that was supposedly CP white, and NBD, no one ever said a thing. Did your keyboard not explode? Yeah, it was close to, you know, it started like vibrating and shaking. And then it was like, it's okay. It's just WOB. Phew. WOB stabilized. Red alert on WOB is a good way to see. Oh, I see. Like introducing other colors to be able to tell other, like the white apart a little bit more. Because that's fair, yeah. A bit of a difference that's not just white or black or grayscale to tell the temperature of the white a little bit better. WOB drive activated. Today a full size mounting? Good. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna feel or sound, but I mean, it's a top mount, so I can imagine it'll, well, you know, kind of sound like a top mount, feel like a top mount. I do wonder if those polycarb pieces on the top piece will make a big difference. But I mean, they say that it's for the vibration, so maybe it's just slightly better, slightly less metallic-y sounding. But I imagine the feel is probably about the same. Has L9 on CR been done? L9 is the color from beige, right? On CR? Guess not. Wait. Is Black Snail CR? Is that is Black Snail, right? I think that is Black Snail. Yeah, Black Snail is not N9 on my bad. You're right. Yeah, that is Black Snail. N9 and N9 L9 is GMK9s, right? GMK6s is the inverse of that. Is L9 base with N9 legends, and then Black Snail is CR base with L9 legends. Black Snail is also 9009 HAU apparently. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. He added a bunch of kits to make 9009. Oh, I see, I see. That's cool. Like on the routers board? Oh, I see. That's cool. Y'all got plans for the weekend? Have done anything so far? It's it's the weekend before Thanksgiving. It's time is flying by. It's crazy. So I guess if you got Thanksgiving plans, it's kind of busy time. Potentially. Working? Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Arcane? Oh, have you been watching? I haven't yet. Soon, hopefully. Earlier I watched the 7th episode of Dandadan, which was pretty good. It was a good episode. And then I've been watching ReZero a little bit. Catching up with that. ReZero season 3. Watching stream while typing out notes. Might build Matrix Toper if I can figure out how to mount these plate stabs. Wait, is plate stabs? Or don't you just insert the thing? Is it different from regular Toper? A little cleaning up, a little working, getting Christmas gifts. Ooh, Christmas gifts. Shopping early is smart. Shop during Black Friday sales. Pretty good. Just need some numpad keys around here. What spring length do you use in your clears? I use TXM for almost everything. Did the Seal GB already run for the West? The Cosmos collab happened, but the international GB for the regular stuff, all the other colors basically, is gonna be open pretty soon. I think Click Clack and the team working with them is getting all that ready. Right now the product page I think is down, but I think they're just making revisions. But they did tell me it's going to be open until December. Let me double check. Seal December 8th or so. I think now that it's delayed, it was supposed to open yesterday, but now it's delayed a couple days. So I would say like December 10. So it's gonna be open till like early mid-December. Oh, making some changes based on feedback. Oh, cool. What kind of changes, I wonder? Okay. Something about a loose plate. Foggy stuff right now without looking it up. Oh, that's fair. Loose plate. That's interesting. All right, deal. Good night. Have a good nice stream. Thank you. Blood easy. Have a good one. Oh shoot! I accidentally. It's in the way. There. All right. Got a few extra switches. Put them away. How many extra switches do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it is 101 keys. Because I lubed 110 of these. Do you hear any differences when using different brands of films? Some people say they like the way Desky's mutes a little bit of their switches because it's like this squishy material for Desky's and it's like thicker, so it seems to dampen a little bit more compared to TX, which is like more of a harder piece of polycarb. That's it. In terms of like the effect on the switches, like they do the same job as far as reducing the wobble between the top housing and the bottom housing. So if what your concern is that it creates sound problems caused by that movement of the top and the bottom housing together when there's no film, they're both going to solve that problem. So that's going to eliminate that noise. But some people do seem to prefer desk keys over TX when they want something like kind of like a little bit different due to that cushioning. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe somebody else can explain it. I don't use desk keys that frequently. I do when I have it, and then right now I have a lot of TX, so that's kind of like what I primarily use. But yeah. Is it cold in New York yet? Yesterday, the past few days were a little bit cold. We had like, 30 to 40 degree weather, so that's between like, like 0 and like 0 and 10 degree weather basically. But it was like a little bit rainy, like kind of like cloudy and rainy, and so like that, like a little bit of humidity in the air really caused it to feel much colder. So like it's very like gloomy weather. It's like cold and gloomy weather, and so we did have that for like a few days, and then today it seems kind of clear. Like sky-wise, like skyline wise, like it's pretty nice and bright and clear outside. I mean, well, I guess bright is a bit of an exaggeration. It'll probably be setting soon. But yeah, it was a little cold the past few days, and then today it's a little bit better actually. It's not nearly as cold outside. Simon used GAT X R1. They're known to be pretty loose. Wonder if they're cherry spec. Weather is so shit here now. It's sunny and hot, but it still rains. Ew. That kind of sounds nasty, actually. Any bomb cyclones avail? Wait, define the bomb cyclone? Like it'll rain like you're under the shower for like 10 minutes and then all of a sudden it's sunny. Oh, what the? I don't like indecisive weather, so to speak, like that, where it's like going back and forth between different kinds really quickly. And or like if it's raining and it's not really raining and it just like stays in the air, like misty, foggy type. Ugh. It's the worst. East of Seattle got wrecked by massive windstorms? Oh, what the? That's whack. Are you planning to get anything on Black Friday? I might be on the lookout for some clothes related stuff. But other than that, I'm not shopping for anything in particular. I genuinely am not. The thing is, I'm not really looking for, like, I don't have any like upgrades or anything that I'm looking out for, and I'm also like not really looking to spend much money, so not really. It's like if I see a good deal, I might consider it, but I'm not really looking for anything in particular, I would argue. I'm browsing onto clothes right now. Nice. Hope you find something good. I actually kind of wish I had shot for like winter jackets when it was off season, so it was cheaper. Like a lot of my winter stuff is kind of worn now, and it's kind of a shame because now they will be full priced. REI sale pretty good? Oh, maybe I should check it out. I wish like brands like Arc'teryx did like more sales. I heard they don't do them much. Is that Jim K. Berg with Hangul? Yeah. I don't think they have the need to do sales. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I wish there were more Hangul sets without double KR consonants. Oh, I'm sorry to say I'm like the opposite. I dislike Korean sets without the double consonants, personally. Doesn't Mito's Pulse have no double consonants and stuff? I actually don't remember if he added them or he removed them. I think he removed them, but I don't remember. Oh, or that was for Arabic though. He like removed all the tertiary legends. I just want a blue Hangul set, like it has double or not. Like a dark blue navy. Didn't CRP have one? Are you looking for like a dark blue, like base color? CRP had a blue one though, pretty sure. I think swag keys. Oh, base? I can only think of Hallyu. Well, if you don't see what you like out there, why not make one yourself? You know? Hope that the community will support it. But, you know, can always do it. Can't hurt. Maybe something to match a key set that you already like? Like, I don't know, if it's navy, maybe like Jim K. Rudy type of thing. Do it a child kit. Just need to get it like what is that, 100 people or whatever, 150 people to get it. A little annoying, but you know, better than having a full set sometimes. Seems daunting to create it. Oh, that's fair. But hey, you can always try. Oh, thank you. Keyboard hobby seems to have slowed down tremendously. Hall effect seems like the rave these days. Yeah, I mean certainly like in sort of like the gaming side of things, people are lauding a lot of Hall effect stuff because it allows them to control the actuation point and whatnot, right? So yeah, HE is interesting in that regard, yeah. But I mean, yeah, hobby obviously has slowed down. I mean, with things like, with people having other hobbies to worry about, like, you know, like it's not a COVID hobby anymore. Like we're back to not being a COVID hobby. So it's kind of come back to the original, like, more niche thing it was before. During COVID, it was different because the hobby had its, you know, people were caught in and they were renewing their setups or whatever it is. So that cooled off. I mean, crypto cooled off, although, well, it's popping off again now, but that, you know, doesn't really have to do much with interest in the hobby per se. But like, you know, people have expendable income, but like maybe like they want to spend it on other things like traveling, like other like outdoor hobbies. You know, it could be whatever else, honestly. But I mean, it's no surprise to me that it's slowed down. People who came in during that time already left. A lot of them were like, you know, got what they wanted out of it, so they're kind of done, moving on to other things. And it's a little bit different from a consumable hobby. Like, it's not like coffee or something where you're constantly consuming, in terms of like, you know, it's not like coffee beans that you know, it's like this harvest thing and you consume, right? So it's a little bit different as a hobby. It's like this gear-oriented thing, and it eventually caps out. You kind of run out of options, and you explore them all, and then you're kind of like, okay, I'm kind of done, I guess. So I think it makes sense it's cooled off. It's expected, really. That's what I would say. Yeah. People are more selective. I mean, that's naturally the way it should be, I think. The more you get exposed to it, you naturally become more selective about your choices. I mean, even yourself, right? Like, consider yourself today and consider yourself several years ago. What kind of purchases do you make, and how selective are you about them? I would wager that you are a lot more selective now than you ever were before when it comes to keyboard related purchases. So I mean, that's the same with other people. Like, some other people just decide to move on completely. So yeah, it's gonna slow down naturally. Only took 3 years to find my preference. Yeah, right. Oh, my partner gave me exclusive tea delivery. Yay! Look, I actually don't know what kind of tea this is. I need to ask. Might be Da Hong Pao. Delicious. Do you think it is segmenting the options at a low price on one end and a higher price on the other? Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. You will have enthusiasts who stay in for kind of like the longer run, or maybe seeking out that kind of like more limited, more premium, whatever, you know, whatever their perception on premium and limited and small batch run type of things, passion project support, that kind of stuff. You're gonna see some enthusiasts at that level sort of, fragment themselves into that niche, and then you're gonna have the people at the kind of like more like budget friendly and lower cost oriented stuff thriving, because they're gonna be like, oh well, like, I get all these options. But at the end of the day, on both sides, you do end up running out of options at some point. I think that's kind of a given. You're going to face that eventually. So yeah. Let's see what's in here. Oh, they had stabs. Oh, I should have checked. It's okay. Oh well. I'll just use these stabs for something else. They had stabs provided. Whoopsie. It's okay. Cherry stabs are fine. These are kind of Durock style stabs. These Vertex provided stabs. Cool. Well, I'll just use it for something else though. Keep it in the stab bag. I should have checked, but I forgot about it. Okay. Alright, so let's mount this up. The only high-end boards that catch my eyes is like Matrix boards. Matrix boards for me are a little bit too much going on. I think that's the only problem for me. I don't love them because there's just, I'm a simpleton at heart and they're a little too busy for me. A little too busy. But they're cool. I mean, they do pretty cool stuff, admittedly. Just a little busy for my own preference. But Diego, think about the current Matrix market multiplier. I don't even know what that even looks like. The only Matrix I really like was the one with the blocker on the backspace to force split back. Oh. Kind of interesting one, yeah. Oh, I forgot about a pin here. I see there is a pin that I didn't solder. Good catch, I guess, before I close the board. This one I probably should reflow a little. There, looks good. Okay, and we got a ribbon cable here. Let's see. Everything looks fine, I think. Guess let's plug it in and see if it works. Okay, that's good. Man, this was like song of the summer back in like 3 years ago. Something like that. Alright, boom. Thing looks good. Okay. Alright. Diego, ¿alguna recomendación de teclados buenos, bonitos y baratos aparte del Lucky 65B2? Depende del layout que busques, pero yo diría que a lo mejor, no sé, Neo 80 a lo mejor, si te gustan los TKO. Pero sí, como Conin dice, prefiero solder, pero si prefieres hot swap, creo que también tienen. Alright, before I put all the fasteners, let me just check the cable here. Alright, heard that sound. Num lock indicator, scroll lock indicator. Okay, let's see. Let's just use the... I don't know if I have a... I don't think I have a via or VL, whatever file, but I can just use switch header for this. So where are you, switch header? Busco que sea ISO hot swap. ISO hot swap. Oh, this one's not working. I may have not soldered it. I'll have to look. I can look. It's just the home key. I'll just look later. It's not like I need it right now. But yeah, I think I probably forgot to solder a pin or something like that. Very high chance because I forgot some other pin earlier, so I probably missed it by accident. Can never go home now. Only meet my end. I think this is an FN key. I don't have a win key. Oh wait, it might be locked into one of these. Let me see. That's control. That's caps lock. Yeah, caps lock. Oh yeah, no win key right now. It's okay. No win key is fine. Okay, caps lock, scroll lock, num lock. Okay, cool. Everything works. All right. I'll repair the. I'll check the home key some other time. Not a big deal. Who needs win key anyway? Nobody does. I can always just edit it with a script, but it's fine. I guess if you're a Mac user, you technically don't need a win key, but you do need an OS key though. WinKey macros are too useful? Yeah, I use WinKey macros all the time, actually. I use WinKey macros quite a lot. Quite useful. Yeah, the app opening application, screenshots, like desktop, other things. Yeah, just a lot of useful. Run if you need to run specific things, and you just do Win plus R. As easy as it gets. Yeah, there's a bunch of ways. Did the international GB for this gets pushed? I see a lot of conflicting information. So from what I can tell, the product page is currently not listed. So I'm assuming they are pushing it. I did hear from one of the people in the chat earlier, Funzi I think said it, that it's being they're just doing a few changes from feedback, and so they're pushing it back slightly. That said, it should be happening soon. Like the latest information I was told like about a week or so ago was that the group I was gonna run late November through early mid-December. Price wise, it's like around the $400 range approximately, you know, plus minus $25-30, let's say. And yeah, that's pretty much what I was told. But as far as like what's going on with the website, what's the status of that, I don't know, but it should be soon. No, you haven't missed it though. Yeah, you haven't missed it, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think if you keep an eye on the click-clack.io website / like just kind of, you know, just listen for it, I'm sure people will mention it. But no, I don't. You have not missed the actual buy for this. All right, keycaps. I don't think anybody chose yet, so we can go ahead and make a choice. If not, I was gonna just, I don't know, maybe mount some beige or something simple. I don't know what you guys are feeling. I do have some beige full size stuff. For example, it comes from like OG Cherry boards. So I have like some, for example, like over here earlier, as I was like prepping, I had, I have some French double shots. I have, I should have some regular ANSI double shots too, I'm pretty sure. Obviously I have GMK sets that have full size. Yeah. No considerations to mil-max this board? Personally, no. I don't love mil-maxing. It's more of a pain to mil-max than to solder and desolder multiple times. So personally, I don't really mil-max myself. So yeah, do you guys want to do PVT or ABS? Thinking maybe ABS since we did try some PVT. Saw it? What do you see? Oh, I say W. Oh, I see. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Do MT3 again? Fuck it. No, I want to do chair profile on this. Maybe I'll do MT3 some other time that go. All right, let's let me bring that full size. Let me show you. I'll be right back. So I got this cool full size cherry board that I think is gonna work. I think I should have some missing keys for it because I need to ANSI-fy that. Didn't build this ISO. Maybe I should have, but it's okay. I'm already too used to ANSI, so unfortunately I should have built an ISO, huh? But too late now. Do you get MTNU Dolge? Oh yes, I do have MTNU Dolge, yes. So I got this cool beige double shot in French. It's a Xerti layout that we can use. Don't get to use the cool ISO Entrée key, but we can use the rest. So yes, I do have missing keys though, so we can do missing keys on that. Too late, nachos. I already got this board here. Do you want your points taken again? Just kidding. I'll give you those back. Unlucky, yeah. It'll look cool though. The legends on these are on the French boards are pretty nice. Oh, whoops. Accidentally shifted an extra key. Looks flexy for an alu plate. Maybe I'm just kind of pressing hard on it, but maybe it is a little flexy. I mean, maybe it's because it's separated, I'm not sure, but it still does feel like a top mount though, in terms of how it actually seems to feel. But I mean, typing is always different from just pressing it hard onto the on the board, so never the same. The numpad legends on the French boards are pretty cool. Maybe I'll go back and make it a ISO some other at some point. Maybe maybe when I go back to fix the home key, I'll make it ISO. Well, that would be fun, I think. So maybe by the time I do the pictures and stuff, it'll be ISO instead of ANC. Anyone got any suggestions for some nice wrist rest? Depends what material you're looking for. Resin? Oh, Resin. Resin. I'm not sure who makes resin wrist rest these days. Save money by floating wrists? Well, I mean, yeah, That is the best way to save money though, yes. Save money by simply floating your wrists. Easy clapo. You can save money by using this simple one trick. Trying to save money. I mean, save your wrists. I mean, you can save your wrists by simply typing with the right posture, right? I can't find the type on this. Must have put it somewhere else, I think. Yeah, I think I put it somewhere else. Give me a sec. Let me find it. Put it in a separate bag. Different board? Let me double check. Save money and risk by floating. True. Type correctly and you will save money. Oh, I see. I'll just use it from here. My wrist sags after a few hours of floating. That's not good. So I personally use like armrests on my chair to help, but I mean ideally you shouldn't be able, like you shouldn't need to do any of that. So that's kind of a bummer. Where the hell is this pipe key, huh? Yeah. Took me a hot minute there. I use armrests. Yeah, armrests help me a bit, a decent bit for me. All right, got some beige, and let's put some resin on. Got some resin. Three. The beige one. Maybe I'll do this one. All right, let's do, maybe put the bow set here. Oh, with the blinks. Put the Aussie on escape. All right, how's that? Just like that. Let's see. ICCV plans on your sponsors list. Would you recommend if I only want 2 custom FR4 plates? Yeah. I will say like when it comes to plates, I think FR4 I actually don't know. I feel like you could probably find cheaper, but I'm not sure how much it is through CBB. If CBB fits your bill in terms of like what's available and how much they price their plates, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I've gone plates through CBB before and have had no issues, and any issues that I did have at one point were they resolved by just doing like, you know, they just handled it. But like I haven't had issues with custom plates from them. Let's see, FR4, $40 for single units, or 35 each if you want 2 units, it says. I personally haven't had issues using CBB, but some people do say it's like a little pricier than they prefer. So if that's okay with you, then go ahead. All right, let's set this up. Sorry, I was muted. So yeah, this is once again, this is the Seal full size. This is currently built with an alu plate with MX clears. We got these nice French layout Azuri double shots, and GMK missing keys to fill in the rust. Some artisans by a few makers. And yeah, so this is a top mount with MX clears. The top mount is slightly different from a traditional top mount, only in the sense that we got these little polycarbonate pieces in between the plate and the top piece, but the plate still mounts to the top piece, like it screws in. But there is a little piece of polycarbonate in between, allegedly to kind of like absorb a little bit of the extra vibrations happening on there around the plate mounting points. But you know, in essence, still a top mount. And so yeah, so let's get to try this out. So all right, let's try it out. All right, here we go. No scratch, only heaven. I mean, they're a little bit on the scratchier side, these clears, but it's not that bad actually. They're pretty good. All right, so that's MX clears on aluminum, full size and top mount. Here are the mods. All right, here are the mods. These are ABS caps. Is this the same set you had on the Bina? No, the Bina had a PBT cherry set. This is ABS. So the Bina had OG cherry PBT. This is OG cherry ABS. So this is pretty much the same as having, you know, 9009 or something like that. Oh, Mr. Eric, hello. 안녕 Diego, 오랜만이에요. Okay, hello. How you doing, buddy? It's been a minute. I think it sounds pretty good. Okay, now that I've typed on it, I have to say it's not that flexy. It's actually comfortable, but it's still top mount. It still is firm, you know, it's quite firm. I'm not really sure if having the plate split from here to here and then from here to here makes a huge difference in particular. I actually don't know. I feel like the only real way to know is to just double, like, you know, like just A/B test that. But I mean, it feels nice. It's just a pretty nice, simple top mount board. So if you're looking for something kind of more vanilla, you know, just a standard top mount, nice and clean, very nice bezel proportions. I really like what they're doing here with the bezels. Like, you know, it has a nice soft chamfer here. The little badge, the seal badge on the top left here looks, I mean, top right here looks really nice. Just overall, like, it's a very nice aesthetic. You do have little little LEDs here. So here for num lock, here for scroll lock, and then one at the top for caps lock. Centered USB port, but overall, pretty good. Just, you know, if you're looking for a full size, whether it's for yourself or for somebody else, this is clean. A clean, nice sounding top mount, full size board with a pretty clean and neat looking aesthetic. You can choose to remove the badge and actually use a key there if you want to put a FN key or an artisan or whatever you want. You can certainly do that. Just realized I had my desk lamp on here, so it's a little brighter. So it's reflecting a lot of light this way. But yeah, we can see the bottom for sure. So you can see that like that. Let me take that out of the screen. But that's how it looks from the bottom side. So bottom side, you know, you got the USB port kind of like sitting on the weight itself. And there is a, you know, there's a daughter board channel that kind of like takes you there. The controller is somewhere over here, on the right side of the board. It has two separate PCBs and two separate plates. They're just connected by a ribbon cable in the middle. But yeah, this is kind of like patina type of weight. We have this seal badge over here, pretty nice. You could certainly like customize or something with that sort. But it's a very chonky board. I can definitely weigh it. We can definitely weigh it. We got just standard 3M bump-ons here. You got just standard kind of like ledge over here. The design itself, let me actually change the focus here. But design itself, you know, has a nice soft curve over here, but it's pretty clean, you know, kind of like not very aggressive, not very like, you know, it stands out a little, but it's not too much. It's a nice look. It's a little dark. Does it seem heavier than it is because it's a full size? It definitely is heavier because it has a very chonky weight. So let me actually weigh it for you. Got a scale over here. Ugh. So let's wait until it. Oh, sorry about the reflection here. Here, it's zeroed out. Let's see. So this weighs 7 pounds and 13.4 ounces, which is equivalent to 3.5 kilograms, all built up. So, you know, hefty, 3.5 kilograms, pretty nice. So pretty chunky. 3.5 kilos built up. Oh. Good to train with until glare full size. Glare is like brass, right, or something like that. It's crazy. It is all alu, and then it has the very rather large bottom weight. It's super big. It just kind of covers a good like 80% of board. So yeah, very large board. And so, but yeah, if you're looking for a full size, the Beano 103 honestly was a very nice full size board, and this is just like the Beano 103 top mount, and I think this really, you know, holds up a candle, and it looks really nice. Like, it looks really nice. Want to look at it from the top, you can see So, oh, it's just heavy. Okay. Sorry, just trying to put the focus here. It's a very nice blue. So here, got this nice blue, the seal with the patina. Got little indicators. The indicators are very nice and kind of like not very loud. They just kind of are like a little bit low key. We got a silver aluminum plate there, so you can kind of see it in between. The space, the gaps between the caps is like pretty minimal, so the plate exposure is not as huge. Like it's like nice and tight around the keycaps. In terms of tolerances, as you can see, they're kind of on the tighter side, you know. But the bezel proportions very nice in my opinion. It's such a nice color. It goes very well obviously with beige here, but you can definitely pair it with any other caps that you might like. But I think the neutral here works really well for this particular blue. But yeah, nice sounding and nice feeling top mount. Full size. So if you're looking for a full size, I think this is a really good contender. The price I think is pretty fair. Similar to, I think, you know, what other full sizes have there been? Like Fossil, Beano 103, this one. I don't really count the QK100 because the QK100 was sort of like had some layout changes too, right? So yeah. Pangea, that's right, Pangea by Bull. Bull also had the Pangea. Yeah. Speaking of the Pangea Mini is happening sometime soon too. I saw Bull was showing some kind of configurator thing for the Mini. So, but yeah, so lots of cool full size boards lately. I would say like we've seen a higher number of full size boards in the past year and some than I've seen in my entire time in the hobby. Almost 8 years now. In a week, in about 10 days, I will have been in the hobby for 8 years. Isn't that crazy? 8 years. But almost my 8-year anniversary in the hobby. I specifically entered the hobby on December 3rd, 2016. Quite a long time ago. Yeah. Fossil was not this year, but in the past like year or two, you know? Like in the past few years, I've seen a lot more full-size boards, like regular standard 101, 104 type full-size customs that I've seen like in other years of the hobby. Like between like 2016, late 2016 when I started, you know, I started in December of 2016, so not really, 2017 I guess. Between like 2017 and like 2020, there was like maybe like one or two. There was like TX108 SE, or 108 or whatever it was called, like it was a TX board. There was the Equal Z Mountain. And now I don't remember. There was like almost none. Like I could probably count them with like one hand. It's probably within 5 full-size customs in like 4 or 5 years. And then, you know, pandemic happened. Pandemic had a big, you know, burst in like 60%, 65%, 75% TKL, right? But full-size, not quite. And then kind of like we've seen the wave ride out, and then recently we've seen a decent number of full size. Matrix 1.0, yeah, but it's very difficult to get. Matrix 1.0 is like kind of can't even count it. You can't even get it. Eight years and still doesn't know that all MX switches are linear. Oh, no way, no way. All MX switches are linear? You could have convinced me so long ago. Oh no, that's crazy. MX Brown's linear. MX Clear is linear. Oh, I should have known. Galaris is trying so hard to promote MX Clears, but they're just linear. I mean, the MX Purples, I guess, right? It's just a linear switch. Oh, of course. 8 years and how many exit scams? Unfortunately, I've gone through one. Let's see. I have a count. Project, Mexico. I'll forgive Gasket 00 because I technically got something. Okonomiyaki. Zondat, I managed to get a refund. Discount it. So technically, like, it would be 5, but not really. So 5. How many from Ivan? I didn't get scammed by Ivan. I missed Ivan by a bit. I missed Ivan. I missed Team Red Lion. I missed... I didn't get into... I was not in Mech 27. I was not in any of... there was a dolphin buy from Wen Kim Tam, I think. That was also a mess. I wasn't in that either. There's a few others I could remember. Caps unlocked. My keyboard EU, I didn't get into any of that. Because they're EU vendors. I pretty much, the EU vendors I only buy from are like, I've only bought from Jay, Oblotsky, Salvin, who have all delivered. I don't think I bought from any other European vendors, actually. None of the Spanish ones. Don't think any of the French ones either. Yeah. Dolphin cannot ship, sick, and then post. Yeah. Cancer. It was cancer, by the way. It was cancer, and then not just post on Instagram, but also found on Facebook posting like luxurious stuff, like shopping, like luxury brands. But need money for cancer treatment, by the way. That was crazy. That was crazy, bro. Kiwi Corn and Jane D were exit scams. It never happened. Goosekit. So for a Goosekit, I actually got something out of it. So I'm not gonna complain. I mean, I didn't get exactly what I like asked for, but I'll just I'll just do water under the bridge. But I mean, I'm not happy about it either per se. I think the worst one is probably, I think Moon TKL is the one that hurts the most, just because I actually thought it was gonna ship. That sucked. The key set situation, like Mex & Co, I should have seen it coming, and I didn't. I thought it was fine after a few, like Red Alert shipped, you know, and a few others shipped, and I was like, okay, maybe fine. And then, you know, the full, I mean, space cables. Space Cables logo was here for a long time. Like, there's vendors I did not expect, you know, but shit happens. I love the way numpad sounds on full size. Especially like plus and enter, like the enter key on numpad always sounds so good. I love how they sound. Compared to, I actually prefer the sound of these keys more than any of the modifiers. Something about this corner. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, Seal, full size, pretty cool. Like, honestly, very nice. Very nice board. Yeah, I would recommend if you're looking for a full size top mount. For MX. Actually, it supports Alps. I think they're planning on doing Alps plate, like file release or something for the future. But I mean, the PCB supports Alps, so that's kind of cool. 8 years and when's your exit scam? Coming soon. Coming soon to a new Shopify web storefront near you. Or actually, FNF payments only. PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, FNF, Zelle, Venmo, Wise only. 8 years in the endless bottom hole pit. Thank you. That's me. Chief idiot over here. Alright, folks. Nacho, I gave you your points back. I'm not sure if anybody's streaming right now, so let's wrap it up. Don't think anybody is doing any keyword stuff anymore. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Maybe we can raid, you guys want to see some cats? I found a cool kitten channel called Adorable Kittens. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh, okay. My family wasn't gonna survive without those 7K points. Oh, almost got you there. All right, friends. Let's wrap it up. Never shipping you a keyboard ever again since you never stopped by that one time. I didn't know you were right there. Next time. I'll let you know. Actually, maybe this these holidays I might be around. If you're around in the area, but not there anymore. Okay. Are you like far out now? Do you move to the far beyond? Nah, okay. If you're in the area, general area, the greater area, specifically, I'll let you know. I think I will be this holiday season, so I'll let you know. All right, let's go. Let's wrap it up here. But I would recommend the seal, nonetheless. Nice board. Doesn't sound bad, really. Coming to Toronto? Yeah. I think I might be in Toronto for the holidays. Just visiting a friend, and my partner's relatives are in the area, so. Come to Toronto meetup? When's the meetup? Oh, hi, Kiwi. Oh, you're early, by the way. You hear that? Alright, let's go raid Adorable Kittens. It's just a channel where they have little cats and kittens. They're currently sleeping, but they're cute. Alright, folks, let's wrap it up here. Once again, to show you the board. Looks great. The seal, full size with good old beige. And yeah. I hope you guys had a good time, but I will see you all on the next one. Okay? Catch you guys later. Take care. Have a great weekend. Take it easy, and bye-bye.